Okay, this is going to show how to build the MyFaves app. Here is the GitHub repo for MyFaves 2, the MyFaves document, and the code for MyFaves. So the Master Detail app, and basically Master Detail allows to select an item from a menu to show up here the details. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new project and select Master Detail, select Next, and we're going to name it MyFaves, save it in the desktop environment, and click Create. Make sure to uncheck any include unit tests that might be there. We're going to uncheck the upside down option, which should already be unchecked. Then we're going to go to the detail view and get rid of the label that's in there and add a UI web view to fill the entire UI web view controller. So click on main.storyboard to load your views. If you get the pop-up here for the outline, click on this to hide the outline so you'll be able to see more of your canvas. You can also click on this minus button here to view everything. You can select everything with your mouse and move it accordingly as well. So a little too close. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go to the detail view, and there's a label here. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to add a web view. We want to fill up the entire bottom part here of the view. We're going to add some constraints now to the detail view controller by going to Editor, Resolve Auto Layout Issues, and Reset to Suggested Constraints. Make sure and click on the detail here before we do that, otherwise it won't work. So Editor, Resolve Auto Layout Issues, Reset to Suggested Constraints. Next step, we're going to add an outlet, an IB outlet for the UI web view, and we're going to call it website. So in order to do that, we need to go ahead and click on this icon here, which is a system editor. Make sure up here it says automatic. If it says manual, like so, change it to automatic. What that means is when you click on an object here, Xcode knows what code to show here on the right. And so we're going to be here in this module, which is the detail view. And we're going to click click and drag it right above the detail description label that we got rid of, and press and hold the control button on the Mac, and then press, hold, and drag with your mouse, and then release. And we're going to be calling this website. Let's make sure I'm spelling that right. Website, like that. And then we'll click connect. And if this does not work, whenever you're putting this in here, you've not selected automatic. So now you'll notice the little box here. It means it does exist, and it's now connected. This one here, the box is open because we got rid of it. We can also click over here on this icon here, the arrow icon, which is the connection inspector, and see it here as well. And you'll notice when I highlight over it, it highlights it here as well. Now let's go ahead and click on back to the Show Standard Editor. Next, we're going to go to number 7, and we're going to go to the master list or master view controller file, and we're going to look at the 10 steps of code to edit for the master one. Now, while you're editing this master view controller, you will see some errors pop up. Don't worry about it because they will dissolve once we complete the detail view controller steps. Once we've done that, we'll rename the titles. We'll add code to the info plist, and we'll add in some images as well for the completion of the project. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to the code for master view controller. So first thing we're going to do is comment out the var objects any. So we'll go above here, put a comment 1 or step 1, and comment that out. Next, we will comment out or declare the variables. And there's actually 3 variables instead of 2. And I'm going to highlight these instead of typing them in to save time. I'll put that comment in there as well. Step 3, we're going to comment out all the below lines here inside the view did load and add in 3 arrays, list of photos, list of faves, and fave details. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and highlight the comment here. And we're going to start navigate right above the navigation.left bar item. That's where we're going to put that. We're commented out the command / button. We'll comment out all those lines together, or you can comment them out individually. You'll notice there's an error here already, and again, just don't worry about that yet. We will fix that as we go on. Okay, we're going to add in the 4th comment, which is the arrays, which is 3 instead of 2 here. We're going to put it right below the current and right above the if let split. There we go. Keep going to step 5. We're going to comment out the insert new object function. Number 6, we're going to replace code in there already with this code here in the prepare for segue. So everything here next we're going to number 7, put in the list of faves count for the table view load. Number 8, replace all the code within the table view let cell equals function. Number 9, return true, meaning on this one here, it's not going to, we don't want it to be editable. We're going to change this to false. We don't really need it to be editable, so we make it false. Then we're going to comment out the table view function. If you don't know what bracket is, again, you can click on the bracket to determine which one is referring to the table view, which is this one right here. Then lastly, we have to add in this extension. So highlight all of that extension for the UI imagery size. And that goes at the very last, after the very last right bracket in your code. And then make sure and do a Command S to save that. Next, we're going to go to the detail view. Not as many changes here. First is we're going to comment out some code in the configure view and then add in some code. So first we'll comment out the 3 lines that's currently in the configure view. Then we're going to add in code for the configure view. Again, disregard the errors right now. This if let not equals null should be commented, should not be commented out. Now we need one more right bracket here. Nope. We do not. That's incorrect. It's okay like it is. bracket there, left and right bracket there, left and right bracket there. Looks like we do need should be 4 right brackets at the end of that, so I'm going to add one more in here. There we go, that's better. Okay, next we're going to update the with a third comment here, the any object, or the very detailed any object. So it's NS date right now. We're going to make it any object with a question mark for optional. There we go. That should get rid of the errors on this page. Also, if we go back to the master detail, see if there's any errors there. If there is, we'll correct it here. Okay, this has not been updated as of yet, but let's see here if detail view is set. Yeah. So if we do go back to master detail, we're just going to do a clean, product clean, and a product build, which is going to clean our code and rebuild it, and see if it updates here with that change. Good. Next thing we're going to do is go over here to the group or to the main folder, main file MyFaves, right click and go to new group. This one we're going to call images. And we need to bring in, for our code to work, we need to bring in mall, bikes, and Googles, or whatever, we'll just use those three. Mall, bikes, and Googles. So I'm going to right click on that, add files to faves, and go out to so it's mall.jpg, bikes.jpg, and googles.png. Make sure the copy items.
I'm not sure how to help.
Make sure the copy items is checked, and then click add. And we'll click on each image to make sure that they're in there correctly. So we've added the code for detail controller, master view controller, detail view controller. The titles we need to rename now. In the main storyboard for master detail, MyFaves detail, and then the detail view will just make detail. We're going to add some code to the info.plist for transport security so we can load a website in that web view. We're basically going to right before the last tag, the DICT tag here. So I copied that, right click on info.plist, and then go to source code. And there's the last DICT tag. We're going to paste that code right in there. And let's do a Command S. And a main.storyboard. So we've completed all the changes. Now let's go ahead and compile it. Make sure iPhone 8 Plus is selected. Okay, the one thing I noticed that does not show up correctly is the right detail over here on the right. So we need to go to the master or the main.storyboard, go to the master view controller, click on this prototype cell right here where it says title, change it from style basic to right detail. Now let's run it. There we go, that was right. We have our image, our name, and the URL when we click on it. So MyFaves detail goes to the detail page. Then biking. And finally Google. So that completes the in-class tutorial. Do this yourself. You can, for your take-home, do the same one, but you're going to add in 10 items instead of 3, and your custom menus of whatever type of menu you want to create. All right, hope that helped.